Hello once again, Rough Rider fans. Welcome to episode 13 of Casino Regina's Turf TV right here on YouTube. I'm your host, Rod Peterson, voice of the Rough Riders. And this week, we're right in the middle of this Bombers Rough Rider home-and-home series heading to Winnipeg on Sunday after the thrilling Labor Day Classic right here on Sunday, that 31-26 victory over the Winnipeg Bluebombers. But the Riders, as you know, giving up 26 points against the Bombers in that game, 32 against the Eskimos the week before that, or the game before that, became a concern for the Rough Riders. We talked to defensive coordinator Richie Hall about it at today's practice.
Richie, the defense the past couple of games have given up a lot more yards, but how much of a concern is it, and is there really a major, is it just basically a tune-up that needs to be done?
No, it's a big concern. It's a big concern regarding not so much the yards that you give up, but how they get them. And we had some bust and just not our lack of execution. And my whole thing is that I don't mind oppositions getting points, getting yards if they earn them, because they get paid on the other side of the ball too. But when we donate and we don't do what we're supposed to do as far as just taking care of your assignments, and you make it too easy on them, then that becomes a problem. And that's how part of the game went the other day. When you have people running free, and it's kind of like when they come out there and they're able to execute their offense like there's nobody even there, then that's a problem.
When you look at their offense, is it very similar to what you deal with here in practice every day? Because it's a very talented running back, some talented Canadian receivers, two go-to guys. It looks very similar.
Oh, it's very much similar. But the biggest difference is that you play them in a game where you have a practice tempo, and then you get in a game and you got Armstrong, you got Roberts, and you got Edwards, and you got Stiegel, and it just doesn't stop there. And there's a game speed, and you can simulate it all you want during practice, because our offense, they're wide open, they stretch you vertically, very talented. But then you get in the game, we don't have to play our offense in the game, so it's a lot of speed.
Speaking of Roberts, do you expect to see a little bit more of him on Sunday? Because I thought maybe they didn't utilize him enough here.
I think they're going to go with what's going hot. When you think about it, Armstrong with 13 catches for 200 and some odd yards, that's not a bad combination right there. And but at the same time, we still want to be able to take Roberts out of the game. And he's not going to. I don't anticipate them giving him the ball 30 times. But we're going to allow them to give them the ball as much as we allow them, and that's how productive they are. So I don't see them doing anything different, other than coming out there and just executing and, having a little different wrinkles. But they're still going to get their playmakers the ball, and I anticipate they'll probably get the ball to Stiegel a little bit more, because he didn't have a lot of catches.
There's defensive coordinator Richie Hall. They were talking about veteran corner number 19, James Johnson, and our camera caught up with JJ in a media scrum.
James, talk about the rematch. Certainly, I'm guessing you want another shot at covering Derek Armstrong.
Of course. I'm always up for the challenge. Us as a group, we're up for the challenge because we're not happy with the way we played last week.
What happened there? Was it just breakdowns? Was it something else that or was it just one of those games?
Well, it was a few breakdowns, but they made plays, and we just want to eliminate the breakdowns and make everything harder for them.
Just seemed to be just a tough day at the office for you, a long day out there.
Yeah, it was felt like a long day. Yeah, but we came back with the second half and tried to eliminate the mental part of the game mistakes.
This defense has given up a few more points in the last couple of games, but still, when they've had to make the big stops, you've made it. Is it sort of a concern that teams are starting to put up a few more yards, a few more points on you, or are you still pretty happy with the fact you're stopping them at crunch time?
Well, we take pride in what we do, so it's a concern. But, we just want to try to, limit as much as we can. We are a young secondary, but we've gelled pretty fast, so we've put a high mark up there for us standards. So, we want to try to come out and play well every game.
Are you looking for personal validation, just to, on the basis of the numbers that Derek was able to put up against you?
No, nothing personal. We just want to play as a team. It's always a group effort, so that's the biggest thing, starting from the D-line to the back end.
But if you make a couple more plays along the way, then so be it?
So be it. That'd be great.
What was the most frustrating thing about his performance with you guys on Sunday?
It was just some of the plays, like he made good plays, which receivers are supposed to make, but just the mental part that we made was the most frustrating part about it.
I think it was the second touchdown. I think we saw the pictures, the anguish on your face. It just sort of looked like, maybe this, as you said, the mental mistakes were just sort of creeping in.
Yeah, it was one too many, and we want to eliminate that.
And, of course, one guy who can speak for the defensive side of the ball for the Rough Riders is number 96, the Moose Jaw product, Scott Schultz. He fielded reporters' questions at practice today about the defense.
You should have a Warriors thing on there for crying out loud. I mean, jeez, they're going to whip the Pats this year. Whip them.
I'm taping this.
The Warriors are going to be all over the Pats like Hey. The Warriors are going to be all over the Pats like a bum on a bologna sandwich. I said it. All right, let's go.
You couldn't have been expecting that it was going to be a rollover game for you guys. That the Bombers were going to come with very good effort.
They're the best team in the East for sure, and they showed it. And it was a tough, close game, and we had to get everyone to pitch in to pull out a win.
This defense, the last couple games, other teams have gotten yards, but you've still been able to stop them at crunch time. How are you feeling about the play of the defense the last couple of games?
Well,
Is there still room there for improvement?
Oh, that's what we need to improve this week is defense, and Richie Hall's made us aware of that we're not playing well enough, and the good thing is that we're making plays when we have to, but you can only do that for so long before you really get exposed, and so for us we really understand that, and we're ready to go and we're ready to get it done this week.
How much more heat do you need to get on Kevin? It looked like he sort of had his day in there. Do you need to
Well, you can't. I mean, he's the king of the quick release in the CFL right now. I mean, he smacks of Danny McManus back in the day. I mean, I don't think there's a ball that he held longer than 2 seconds. And the times that he did, we had 2 sacks.
How frustrating is that for a defensive line?
Well, you just have to change the mindset. I mean, it doesn't become about getting so much sacks and hurries as it is getting your hands up and trying to knock the ball down, because, if you knock the ball down on a day like that with Kevin throwing, it's like getting a sack because you've broken up a play.
Back-to-back weekends because of the hype. I don't imagine the players are all that fussy on them, if only because,
Big deal.
Really?
Doesn't matter?
No, it's a football game. I mean, for the fans, I mean, what do they sell, like $400 million worth of merchandise and whoop-de-ding. I mean, it's a football game. I mean, what it means to us is it really is going to be the 8th win. Like, that's what it means to us, and you have to win those games to get a playoff.
I guess as a CFLer, you have to figure in an 8-team league, you're going to play teams back-to-back at some point. So
we got another one coming out with Hamilton. I mean, geez, we play Edmonton 4 times. I mean, it doesn't make a lick of difference.
A big thank you to CTV's Chris Hodges for helping us out with these interviews this week on Casino Regina's Turf TV. And now to wrap it up, a wide-ranging interview with Rough Riders head coach Kent Austin.
Have you noticed maybe in the way defenses go against your team is that there's a lot of, the Dominguez and Flick get a lot of attention, and is that maybe opening things up for the guys on the other side?
Well, we run our offense, and we certainly have plays designed to feature everybody across the board, and but primarily we respond to how the defense is playing us and what they've decided to run against us in a particular game, and then we adjust to the wrinkles and distribute the ball accordingly.
The trio of Fantus, Washington, and Grant did some good things for you in the last game. Do you expect them to build on that, or is that what you're expecting out of those guys, even though like Dominguez and Flick have been getting a lot of the publicity?
We expect everybody to play at a level that allows us to win football games, and the players need to understand, and I think that they do, that sometimes you're going to get a lot more opportunities than other times. It's not how many opportunities that you get; it's how efficient you are with the ones that and the throws that come your way. That's what's more important. So if you have an opportunity to make 3 plays or 10, you need to be efficient in all of those.
The fact that Winnipeg was able to roll up 400 plus yards against you guys, you knew that they weren't going to give you the game and hand it to you, but were you concerned by their effectiveness and what they were able to do against you guys?
Well, they're a good football team. They have a lot of talent offensively. We knew that going in, and we knew that they'd be ready to play, and they came to play. That being said, we need to play better defensively, and we know that. And we can't have as many assignment errors as we've had, and we need to make more plays defensively than we made in the last game.
So do you feel that this is a benefit that you get the chance to retweak and retune, but you managed to scrape out of the game with the win anyways?
Yeah, I mean, people talk about games that you're supposed to win and games you're supposed to lose. I don't buy that. I mean, if you don't win a game, then you didn't make enough plays to win a game, and if you do win a game, then you made enough plays to win a game. I mean, you deserve to win or lose based on how you play. So, we have another opportunity against one of in my opinion, one of the best teams in the league, and we'll see if we've improved or not.
Rough Riders head coach Kent Austin, and a big thank you to all of our guests along the show this week, of course, including Scott Schultz, James Johnson, and Richie Hall. Thanks a million to you to tuning in. Hope to see you in Winnipeg for the Banjo Bowl. If not, we'll talk to you Sunday from Candid in Stadium. Thanks for watching Casino Regina's Turf TV.